Hey everyone, welcome back to Let's Play the Wind Waker. In the last episode, we helped Medli get up to the entrance of Dragon Roost Cavern, and we kind of followed her in here. But we still haven't caught up with her yet, so in this episode, we're going to continue through and see if we can find where she's gone to. So yeah, that's where we left off last episode. Just come across this bridge and go through the door. And you know, we're stuck in here until we gotta find all the enemies that are in here and defeat them. Calvin just standing out in the open. What you want to do to find the others is start breaking these jars, because they like to hide in these sometimes. I think he's in one of these. One of them is. Maybe this one right here. Nope. Yeah, there he is, see? Just a ruby. And then the last one, if you can't find it, it's in this jar up here on the shelf. And that should be the last. Yeah, there we go. And then before we leave, there's a puzzle in this room that we can solve. I like that there's a little table and like stool in here. It makes me think there's like a rest area for, because we were told that like the Rito kids come here to get the scale from Valoo. So maybe there's like a little rest stop for them when they're on their way. Yeah, so you light those two torches and this chest will appear. We can open it. And we're going to get a treasure chart. Yeah, it kind of says the same thing. Viewing to start with Y. Yeah, we've seen this before. I think this description is slightly different than the usual one, though, but they kind of convey the same information. So that's another thing about this game. Every dungeon, except for the Forsaken Fortress, every dungeon is going to have 2 treasure charts to find in it. So you want to keep an eye out for those if you're interested in the rewards from them. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I was gonna roll into the wall to knock this down, but that works too. Oh, oh yeah, he was getting caught on the crack between the 2 shelves. Alright, well, that's one way to get that. That was cool. Alright, so we can continue forward now. So this room is also can be a little tough if you don't know how to do it. We have this new enemy here. This is called a magtail. Its weak point, as you can probably guess, is that single eye. But if you attack him normally, they fall back and like curl into a ball. But if it falls into the lava, it'll kind of just respawn and come back out. So what you want to do, you see there, you kill it with a parry attack. That's pretty much the only way to kill it without knocking it back, and it does so instantly. I guess you could also try to just do what we're doing here with it on this platform, but that would be kind of difficult. So you throw this into where that geyser forms, and we can ride it up. There we go. And then, oh wow, we're further along than I remembered. Yeah, so this room, you look across, you can, oh yeah, there's another magtail. And you can see there's like a big door and it's got a big lock on it, so a small key probably isn't going to fit in there. In the meantime, we're just going to use this bomb to blow up the rocks. This one explodes. There's the another one of those warp jars I mentioned in the last episode. I think you find that one a little soon after getting the second one. I think maybe the second one should have been earlier in the dungeon. But the real important one is this door here, so we can head out. And oh yeah, there's Valoo. Oh jeez. Get a view of him up there. Not really, but I don't know how comfortable I'd feel it being this close to him when he's so angry, but yeah, so as you run up these stairs, they're going to fall away behind you, but as long as you just keep moving, you'll be fine. You can head into this area. And hey, there's Medli. She's in a cage. Guess that's why we haven't seen her. Come on, let her out of there, guys. Alright, now these guys are a little tougher than the blue ones. This one. Hey, Medli, doing okay? And yeah, before we can free her, we gotta face off with this big guy. No more hiding under barrels for us. So, this guy's there's a certain way I like to deal with him. I just like to shield his regular attacks. And then after he does that, you can do a parry for some reason. And that's the best way to attack him. You want to be sure to shield afterwards, because he'll attack you when he gets back up. Man, there's so much going on. I feel like I can barely hear myself. Alright. Just land a few more hits on him. There we go. Medli's free. Before we go talk, we can break open this thing. And yeah, this is a spoil that those guys drop. It's a skull necklace. This rather off-putting accessory would appear to be of little value, but shown to the right person, it is apparently of great worth. Yeah. Movie 2, which is neat. Oh no, we didn't take any damage, so we're good. Hey, Medli, how's things been for you? Joel, you came to rescue me. Oh, thank you. I have to tell you what I found out. This is terrible. Some creature is doing awful things to the Great Valoo's tail. Oh, really? That's it? That's why he's so angry. The Great Valoo's tail hangs down into the room right below here. There's got to be something in there. I wonder if those mean monsters who captured me have something to do with it. We've got to do something, now, before it's too late. I'll go and tell everyone what's happening. Here, Joel, use this to get out of here. It's what I used to get this far. It's a device we Rito used before we evolved wings. And we're going to get an item that was mentioned to us briefly before. It's a grappling hook. This was an item used by the Rito people before they had wings. Set it to X, Y, or Z on the item screen, then press that button to aim. Use this item to latch onto anything with a starburst on it. You can even use it to haul things up from the seafloor while on your boat. Yeah, that's another use for it, too. Here, Joel, climb up on that little ledge over there so I can show you something. This is so loud. We gotta stop this guy. He's going crazy. Grab this branch with the grappling hook, and you can swing over there to get out of this area. When you aim at a branch that you can latch onto, a starburst will appear. Remember that. Don't you worry about me, Joel. Get going. Alright, so I'd like to put it on Z. You can put it on whatever you want. Hold it to target, and... Oh, there we go. And yeah, we can swing across. It works just like a swing on those lanterns that the pirate ship did. And we didn't get to see it, but Medli's already flown off when we swing across. So we can drop down. Oh yeah, don't want to jump off the cliff. Okay. So I think she's going back down the mountain to tell everyone. Remember, we still have something to do up here. Comely said he wasn't going to listen to us until we could calm Valoo down. So, basically we're going to try and get into that room beneath him and see what's bothering him and see if we can put a stop to it. So yeah, this is the only other way we have left to go. You just swing across these 3 gaps. To this door. Finally, a little peace and quiet. It's pretty hectic out there. Okay. So now we're on the path of a way to open that door, like I said. Oh yeah, if you attack this guy quickly enough while he's hanging off, you can knock him down. Okay, I'm gonna get off this bridge before it breaks. Oh. Hey, that was a cheap shot. There we go. Alright, yeah, so defeating those two enemies caused that chest to appear. I meant to show something off. I was trying to when I came in. If you use the grappling hook on an enemy, I think any enemy works on it, but if you use it on them, you can sort of steal pickups and even spoils from them. And that's what I was trying to do. I mentioned earlier you can destroy the bridge by cutting the ropes. So you want to do that to get onto this ledge down here. Yeah. Open that chest, get a joy pendant. I got a couple of those off screen as I was getting back up to the part of the dungeon I left you guys at last time. And here, if you look down, you can see we're at the tippy top of that main big room. In fact, if you see, we're right near the huge lava geyser I was pointing out. I guess it's not coming up now. Okay. So here this... Oh, yeah, there it comes. It's right beneath us right now. So what you want to do, this can be kind of tricky. I've messed it up a couple times before. I cut all these strings at once. There we go. It's not too hard. Yeah, so it fell down, but the lava geyser brought us back up. Yeah, it's kind of like an elevator to get down from the highest floor down to the lowest. And it gives us access to this passage here. Cross. There we go. Okay. So here, got a barred door. And if we look out this way, you can see there's kind of an ornate post that we can latch onto with the grappling hook. And we aren't going to jump anywhere. That'd be a bad idea. You can see just grappling onto that weighs it down and opens the door. So you just want to jump back onto this platform when you're done. Oh dear. I meant to have... this is actually where I was going to show off the Tingle Tuner. I forgot to get it ready though. So give me just 1 second. Okay, so I'm back now. We should be ready. So if you connect... I guess I should lead with this. You can only use the Tingle Tuner, I've heard, in the original GameCube version of the game. The Wii U version, the HD version, it replaces it with an item called the Tingle Bottle, which is only useful... Well, it's not useful, because you had to use Miiverse with it. But if you use the Tingle... If you connect Game Boy Advance to the system in the GameCube version, and pull out the tuner, it'll say, would you like to call Tingle? I'm going to hit yes. And unfortunately, I don't have a way of capturing what's on the Game Boy Advance, but it's kind of loading them up on that screen. Yeah, I think the Tingle Tuner is still in the NSO version of the game, but I've heard that you can't really connect anything to it in that version, so much like the Tingle Bottle in the HD version, it's just kind of a useless item. So, okay. So what the Tingle Tuner does is it has a map of the area on the Game Boy Advance. And it lets you use like different abilities. You can like summon bombs and potions and... Oh, yeah, that's another thing. You can see it lets you move this marker around, the green one. And when you press A, Joel will look in that direction. Yeah, I think it's meant to be like for like a second player to control, but I don't really have anyone like that. So what I want to use it for in this room is if we move it over to that ledge over there, one of the things we can do with it is we can use what's called a Tingle Bomb. It does all the same stuff a regular bomb does, I think, but it also uncovers a hidden chest in certain places. So if you press B to use it, there we go. It will make a chest appear. So we can swing across and open it. Okay. And you see we're going to get a dragon Tingle statue. It bubbles over with warmth. It will be waiting for you on Tingle Island. Yeah, Tingle's saying something about it on the Game Boy Advance. I don't really care though. So those, it's interesting. Those, I don't know exactly, like there's a story behind them of some kind that you can find out if you use the Tingle Tuner in another area later in the game, but I don't care that much about what it is. Basically, if you collect them, you can use them to get some rupees in this version of the game. And in the HD version, they are used to make a certain character appear on an island that we haven't been to yet. So the Tingle Tuner, it has a lot of different uses. The problem is I don't know exactly like how to implement them. Like you can like, it lets you like walk on air, like you have the hover boots in Ocarina of Time. You can use like a barrier, potions, like I think I mentioned. You can tell what time it is. You can place waypoints on the map. But yeah, I'm gonna switch it off for now so I don't waste the battery. Okay. So I might talk more about the Tingle Tuner, but for now, we reached our destination. We have another one of these magtails. And this time you actually want to attack him directly, like that. As you can see, we have this switch here, and we step on it, it puts out the flames around that big chest, and yeah, it goes back up. So I might not have enough time for this, but that's okay. It set the magtail on the switch, and open the chest. That puzzle also stumped me as a kid, because I had no idea you could really do that, pick enemies up and put them on switches. In fact, I think I remember my friend's dad was playing this game, and it was actually through him that I learned how to do that. And yeah, it's gonna reform. Yeah, I totally skipped over. We got the big key in that chest. It's going to unlock the big door that we saw. So, and yeah, now that we got that, we have these fire keys up here. Oh. Yeah, if you catch on fire, you can roll or do a spin attack to put it out. I don't think it does extra damage though, so you don't really need to. So now that we have the big key, we're just going to make a kind of long trek back to the door. Alright, let's see. So yeah, in the HD version, the Tingle bottle, it was kind of a fun item while it lasted. You could basically you could use it to like send messages to other players through Miiverse. You could send pictures you took with the camera. It was kind of cool. It's kind of a shame that it doesn't work anymore. And it had me wondering the other day, like if they remade this game again, what would they turn the Tingle Tuner into? Would they remake the Tingle bottle? Would they keep it the Tingle Tuner? Would they make it something else? I don't know. There we go. Refill our health. Alright. This tunnel especially, I feel like would be really hot right now with the geyser right outside it. Okay. Yep, so we can ride this back up. Thanks, giant geyser. I knew you'd come in handy. Now we should be, yeah, we're back in this room. Take out the keys. Oh yeah, we don't really need any rupees anyway. We can't carry anymore. Oh, that's right. So in order to get back up to the upper level, where we destroy the bridge to come down, wait. I think if we should throw it now, the platform should last long enough to take us up. Yeah, there it goes. I'm gonna try to show off the grappling hooks used on enemies. Oh. Okay, it's not working on that guy, so we'll just leave. It does work though. I'm actually gonna show it off before we leave the dungeon. Oh, great, we're out here again. Don't worry, Valoo. I'll have this fixed soon enough. Sorry if I seem kind of low energy this episode. I had a long day at work. I think this is... Yeah, there we go. Alright, we can head back into this door now. Okay. So, yes, if you want to, you can swing right across the gap, or the lava, and open up that door. But before we do that, there's something I'm going to do first. I'm going to take this jar back to the beginning of the dungeon. Okay, so there are two things I'm actually going to do. The first one is I'm going to basically farm off of these two guys for joy pendants. If you remember, we need to bring at least 20 of them to Miss Murray in order to get something good. And I'm going to bring her 20 more, so we have 40 of them. Okay. So all you need to do is just use the grappling hook, as you can see. This one too. And then each time you go in and out of the room, their joy pendants will respawn on them. Okay, so I'm going to cut ahead to once I have the joy pendants I need. So I'll see you guys in just a sec, okay? So I think I have enough now. You can see we have 38. We're going to get one more before we finish the dungeon. And then combined with the one that we already gave to Mrs. Murray, that should make 40. I hope my math isn't always wrong on that. And the other thing we're going to do is, if you remember, we can come into this room. And now that we have the grappling hook, we can swing across this gap, get this chest we saw. You may be able to guess what's in here based on what I said earlier. Okay, you got another treasure chart. As I said, there are 2 in each dungeon, so here's the second one. Alright, once we go through all this text. And if you want to, there's also a spot in the dungeon where you can grind for golden feathers with the grappling hook. If you remember, it's on that cliff outside where that bird kind of knocked me off. If you go back to that area, and just keep going in and out the door, you can grind feathers off of that bird. It takes a while because there's only one of them, and also the reward you get isn't like super important for that side quest. So I'm not going to worry about it for right now. Okay, so we're going to ignore these guys. We just need to take this jar back to the boss room. Yeah, if you want to do the grind... Get out of here. Yeah, sometimes the keys fly up here. See, like that. If you want to do the Karkarat grinding, you just go through this room, and then the previous room, and then you'll be outside where the bird is. So, we're not going to do that. Alright, back where we started, I guess. Alright. What's the last we need to do in the dungeon? Just gonna swing across. Alright. Let me take out this magtail real quick. Sometimes it takes a minute for him to notice you. Hey. There we go. There we go. And he drops a heart. That's nice. I took some damage when I was grinding off the bokoblins, because the grappling hook, when it steals from enemies, it doesn't always work perfectly. You can open this chest. There's a couple goodies in here. This is... Oh, yeah, this is a yellow ruby, which doesn't do much for us. This one holds something a little more important, though. You get a Knight's Crest. It's another spoil. Keep it in your spoils bag. All who are skilled in the ways of the sword know the value of a crest such as this. Yeah, that's in the, I think it was the first, or no, I think it was the second episode. We saw one of those in Orca's house, and he said that we'd have to find a few of them and bring them to him. That's kind of how most of the stuff in the spoils bag works. So we're on the road to collecting those at least. So if you break this jar, see it releases a little fairy. And if you can catch it in a bottle, there we go. You caught a fairy in your bottle. When your life energy runs out and you collapse from exhaustion, this fairy will replenish your strength. Set it to X, Y, or Z and use it if you want to replenish your energy immediately. Yeah, so I'm going to put something over that so I don't accidentally use it. I have done that before. So yeah, the fairy, if you don't know how it works, is if you die, you lose all your hearts. If you have a fairy, it will automatically revive you. And there's another one in that jar there. Okay, so just making sure we are ready to go in here. I think we are, so let's go ahead and do it. Alright, it's pretty quiet. And if you look up, you can see there's Valoo's tail, so we're definitely in the right room when we step forward. So here we are against the first boss in the game. This is Goma. She has a couple different attacks. This is one of them. You can roll past her giant pinchers to avoid it. And so what you want to do, I hope we have time, is you actually want to grapple up onto Valoo's tail. Sorry about this, Valoo. And then, let's see. Okay, good. If you can land on one of those wooden platforms, it's a good thing. So you just swing around a bit, and basically what we're doing is loosening up the ceiling. And you can see Valoo's kind of free for a bit, but she quickly puts it back up there. Man, I wouldn't... like, if I were a dragon and I had a tail, I don't think I'd want this thing pinching on it all the time. I can understand why he's upset. Okay, and what's nice about being up here, although you want to quickly grapple onto the tail again, because Goma's going to try and breathe fire at you while you're up there, and I think she will burn away the platform if you take too long. I think... there we go. You can just jump back onto the one we're on. And I distinctly remember fighting this boss as a kid. I was doing it with my brother. And he was just trying to go after Goma's eye, I remember. And because it doesn't really do anything. Nothing you do has any effect on her right now. And I just remember telling him, like, hey, maybe we should try grappling onto the dragon's tail. But he wasn't listening. He was just like, no, I got it. We just gotta go for the eye. Okay. Swing around a bit. Get it all nice and loose. Nice. Alright, once you do it 3 times, see, she destroys the rock and her armor along with it. So what you want to do is use the grappling hook on her now, and now it pulls her down to your level. And you can just go to town on her. And she's a little invulnerable to it after the first hit, but there we go. There we go. Alright, so there we go. First boss down. I'm glad that went so well. I was worried. It can get kind of tricky. Because she likes to kind of like, she has this attack where she slams her claw down on you. And she kind of gets stuck when she does it. And even if you avoid it, she kind of tends to free herself pretty much immediately. And she'll just keep doing it. So it can be hard to find an opening to aim upward and grab Valoo's tail. So yeah, we have 5 hearts now. Took down the first boss. Valoo was hopefully free from all his agony. And yep, this portal in the middle of the room will take us out. Alright, now that is a happy dragon if I've ever heard one. And here we are, back at the base of the mountain, safe and sound. Joel! Oh, hey, Medli. Hey, Komali. Well, Prince Komali, don't you have something you want to say? I heard everything from Medli. Joel, thank you so much. I'm sorry I mistrusted you. I hope I can be like you someday, Joel. Aw. You will, Komali. I just know it. Right, Joel? Yeah, I'm sure you can. So, Joel, here. I want you to take this, Joel. Giving you the thing I value most will give me the courage I need to stand up to bad things. And with that adorable gesture, we received Din's Pearl. This is a gem the Ritos claim was passed down from the great goddess. The great Valoo is grateful to you, Joel. Oh, that's good. And he's gonna kind of speak in some language we can't read. Use the wind god's wind? Oh yeah, she mentioned speaking his language earlier, I forgot. That's what he said, but I don't understand. I wonder what it means. The wind god's wind. I wonder if what he's talking about has anything to do with the wind shrine that's through that tunnel. Oh, I almost forgot. The great Valoo also names you, Joel, a true hero. I agree with him. As far as we're concerned, Joel, you really are a hero. Well, I'm going to go and visit Valoo. I'll come and see you sometime. With the best pair of wings ever. Alright, can't wait, Komali. Hey, Prince Komali. Thanks so much, Joel. See you again someday. Alright, see you guys later. Ah, that's nice. I'm glad that we were able to help Komali find his courage again. We got the pearl we were after, too. I suppose you saw everything that happened. You can talk to the captain again. It would seem that Ganon sent those monsters to this place. No time for celebrating with you, huh? But that would mean there is no time to lose. We must depart at once for the place where the next pearl sleeps. We sail to the south. Alrighty, yeah. So, but if you try to swim alongside him, you can see you aren't able to climb aboard. And it's going to bring up another thing that I haven't explained yet. If we talk to him, he'll explain a bit of it. Unfortunately, we cannot depart until the wind blows to the south. It would be a fatal mistake to set sail under an unstable breeze. I've heard legends that tell of a wind god who once resided on this island. Have you heard nothing of him? Yeah, so this is where, like Valoo mentioned, Medli translated, you would go through that tunnel to the Wind Shrine to learn the Wind Requiem. And now that we already know it, we just need to make the wind blow to the south. And, oh, it does blow north. Okay, I thought it didn't change when you did it inside the island. Alright, now I think if we talk to him again, he'll comment on the change. The wind is blowing to the south. Quickly, swim beside me and press A to climb aboard. We must depart at once for the place where the next pearl lies sleeping. Okay, so I think this will be an ideal place to stop for today. So in the next episode, we're going to do a few side quests before we head on to our next destination. So until then, hope you guys enjoyed this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, okay?